Good morning, everyone. It is 8:30 on Friday, April the 17th, and it's briefing time. First of all, no changes to the National Terrorism Advisory System overnight. Snapshot of the region, things remain quiet. See the updated numbers from the unaccompanied children as of Monday. No declaration updates, no damage assessments, and no fire management. As we switch over to the geo platform this morning, still have some colors on the map, a little bit of rain. Kurt's going to talk about that. And before we go over to Kurt, yesterday, no changes in status for state EOCs, all at level 4, steady state, as is the region. No changes in status for IMAX. No changes to the earthquakes north of Oklahoma City or in the Irving area. And now, let's talk a little bit about what happened yesterday. We did have two tornado warnings issued yesterday, one near Tampa, Texas, the other down south of Houston. And we received some minor damage reports from the area around Tyler and Longview here. You see them on the map. And down around the Houston area as well. Checking the power outages, Encore is reporting 2,278, and those are in the Tyler area. And CenterPoint Energy down in the Houston, Harris County area is reporting 2693, and in Walker County, 723. That brings us up to 5,700 power outages statewide. Nothing else reported. Now over to Kurt to tell us more about the weather.
Okay, thank you, Paul. And I believe our first slide, well, we've got the red flag warning out here in eastern New Mexico again. It's that time of year. Dry and warm conditions and some wind mixing in as severe weather gets fired up in the plains. So dry out west and elevated to critical fire weather conditions expected to persist today, probably into Saturday, maybe even into Sunday, as things tend to dry out a little bit as this system begins to move eastward. And our next slide, I believe, is the threat matrix. Yes, it is. We've got the enhanced risk for severe thunderstorms in south and central Texas and south and southeast Texas on Saturday, and then it moves up to Arkansas and northwest Louisiana on Sunday. And that's sort of the big story, is the severe weather threat's going to hang around with us for the next 3 days. So you'll want to stay in touch with what's going on with the weather. And if we go to the next slide, we can break down the areas that we're highlighting. We also got some flood risk again, southeast Texas and into southern Louisiana. But the main body of severe weather threat is basically from South Texas all the way up through central Texas and then into western Oklahoma, with a slight risk today, and again that enhanced risk of a few thunderstorms with some possible tornadoes over south and south central Texas today. Tomorrow, the threat remains about the same as far as the enhanced risk of severe weather. It slides a little bit eastward toward the Houston area, and the slight risk area actually breaks apart into two distinct areas, one up in northern Oklahoma and the other surrounding the enhanced risk down in south and southeast Texas. And then, as I said, by Sunday, the threat area shifts off to the northeast, covering a good part of eastern Arkansas and into northwest Louisiana, and basically the Shreveport, Texarkana areas will be the southern extent of that enhanced risk on Sunday. We go ahead and move on to the drought monitor, I believe. Yes, those are updated numbers, and that is as of April the 14th, so that April 7th date is incorrect. I'll double check the slide deck to make sure we've got the right dates in there, but those numbers are current as of April 14th. And for space weather, we had a little bit of a G2 activity overnight. The main effects of that were above the 55 degrees latitude, and right now we're looking at active to unsettled pattern for today, and then going to unsettled to quiet Saturday and Sunday, and low risk of any kind of radio blackouts. So nothing significant as far as radio blackouts right now. And that's all I have for the weather, unless you've got questions.
Thank you, Kurt. Appreciate that. If you have questions for the weather service, go ahead and type in the chat window if you're on your phone. Ask a question. In the meantime, we'll take a look at the meetings this week. And looking forward to next week. And a note there about Congressman Burgess's Emergency Preparedness Summit and Fair here in Denton. And on this day in history, West Fertilizer Plant explosion. And there is a picture from the check stop of that explosion. Any questions this morning? All right, everyone, have a great weekend, and we'll talk to you on Monday.